Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you and Two of Cups. This is love. This is the glue that holds everything together. This, I think, is your sense of commitment, your sense of devotion to something, to a higher purpose. You have a higher vision of things. This is love that is very, very pure, right? This is what we would call like a soulmate situation, just really a perfect union, a one-on-one kind of relationship thing. Now, this might not be a romantic relationship. This is your relationship with your higher sense of purpose and destiny, okay? And I think that you're somebody right now who is really focused on kind of like on the economy of our energy, right? It's like you don't want to waste any energy on things that don't have this kind of love to them. These things that you feel so strongly about, those are the things that you're going to pursue, right? Those are the things that you're going to really work hard to accomplish in life, right? So it's kind of like I feel that we're not spending as much time on those frivolous things right now. You're very much focused on what has meaning and depth of purpose for you, to add to the richness of your life, right? Rather than things that are just maybe just accomplishments for their own sake, but they don't mean much. You're looking for that deeper meaning right now. Yeah. And I think you have this kind of, you have a generalized kind of like love for the world right now. You know, I would almost say that you kind of have a crush on the world at the moment. Yeah. Well, let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on there. This is, you know, I think showing a very important side of you, Aries. And of course, we've got that Eight of Swords, shows that there is a lot of kind of, maybe this is something new to you. Maybe this is, we're trying to sort out some things regarding that Two of Cups, regarding what our deeper purpose is in life. Because of that, oh yeah, more swords energy, but we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is really a big breakthrough for you. I think you're coming to realize that Two of Cups. You're coming to realize what kind of love is important to you. What is it that you really want in life? This is that, okay? And I think that it's taking a lot of kind of mental energy for you to get to this realization of what truly has meaning and purpose for you. Yeah, see, then we've got that Seven of Cups there. That makes sense too. Tower moment. You see, huge breakthrough. And I think it's a rather sudden breakthrough. I think this is kind of we're almost waking up one day and kind of like, Eureka, I've got it. You know, and we are then we're attached to this purpose. Then we're moving through life with this sense of meaning and devotion and this very clear understanding of what your purpose is. And to me, it feels like a sudden revelation. It's like you slip, fell, hit your head on the sink, and you woke with the vision of the flux capacitor, right? And from that moment on, the course of your life is changing. And I don't think you're actually hitting your head. That's a reference to a movie. If you know what movie that's from, you get a cookie. We are, I think we have been perhaps going through life kind of in this Eight of Swords energy a little bit, wondering, what is it all for? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? What is the deeper meaning? You know, why? It's kind of those existential questions. Who am I and why am I here? Okay. And I feel like we've analyzed it till the cows come home. You know, we've gone around and around and around in circles with this Eight of Swords. This is a lot of entanglement, right? This is a lot of, I think, getting involved with various things and trying to see, is this where I belong? Is this my purpose? Does this feel like, like it's meant for me? Does this feel like my path? Does this feel like my destiny? And we're asking the question, and so it's kind of like we're trying to intellectualize what should be this kind of inner knowing, this gnosis, this feeling about things, So we see the Eight of Swords right there in the middle, and of course we've got that Five of Swords to go right along with it, because when we're involved in this much analysis, and this Eight of Swords shows that we're not making a lot of progress with our analysis, because this is the thinking apparatus just looping back in on itself. It's an 8, right? So it's that figure 8. It's just looping back and forth. We're going round and around with our thoughts trying to figure something out. And when that happens and we see that we're not making any headway, we're not making any progress, what we start to feel is a little bit of, doubt, right? Rejection of our own kind of our own purpose, the sense of that I even have a destiny or a path or a purpose in life. We start to kind of throw that out the window, And this goes right along, of course, with that Seven of Cups. And then we just start to have this kind of sinking feeling, this queasiness in the pit of our stomach that there is no purpose, there is no meaning here, right? But we're having a serious breakthrough right now. And this is deep. I don't know if this is coming by way of a creative kind of path for you, if it's something that's more maybe career related, or if this is really Two of Cups, if this has to do with your relationships, okay? Platonic and or romantic, all of your relationships. This is the fundamental glue that holds everything together, right? This is kind of, we're seeking out those people that really, really resonate with us. We're seeking out on an individual, one-by-one basis, I think, that we're taking account of our relationships with other people, okay? And that contrasts with the Seven of Cups. The Two of Cups is very pure water. That's water here that I would be happy drinking, right? Potable water here. Over here, not so much. Over here, this is kind of those toxic relationships. So I think on the one hand, you are having a breakthrough in terms of your sense of purpose and destiny and what you really kind of are devoting your life to. But I think you're also having these breakthroughs about the nature of your relationships with other people. About what kind of bond with others, platonically, romantically, professionally, personally, whatever. What kind of bonds you want with other people, right? What is the quality? What is the nature of those relationships that you have? Okay, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card before we get too far into this. We got to talk about that Queen of Pentacles sitting back there, looking out over the past. And I think this is a time of retrospection for you. Here's the mystery card. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right on top. Thanks everybody who watched the All Signs reading over the weekend. I appreciate every view. I really do. Every comment, every like. I really appreciate that. So if you have a prediction for the mystery card, put it in the comments. Let's take a look around and see. We do have these very good major arcana, and they're in this diagonal kind of line, right? It's not straight up, it's not sideways. It's just kind of, it's blending both your spiritual life and your earthly life. It's cutting across both the vertical path and the horizontal path, which I kind of liken as our terrestrial destiny, right? And our spiritual destiny going up this way. And we're kind of cutting across both, right? So this is something that has very practical benefits for you in terms of what you're devoting your life to, the activities that are in your future, as well as these kind of deeper existential realizations and breakthroughs. So this is a big time in your life. Right, in a very, very practical way, but in a very spiritual way too. We've got our fire, of course. We do have water. We've got the air, and we've got a little bit of earth. And the earth is important because it's the Queen of Pentacles. This is the energy that looks at the past. So I think this is a period of time, and maybe you're just coming out of this period, and maybe that's why we're here, right? Because this card is kind of in the previous position. It's what you're bringing into the reading now, right? And so this is telling me that you've been thinking of the past a lot. You've been thinking of past relationships. You've been thinking of yourself and kind of the things that you've done, the paths that you've taken, the hats that you've worn, the masks that you've worn, the roles that you've played in life. I think you've really been taking stock and taking account of your history, your personal history, right? And I think this is leading to some of this air energy, some of this overthinking, where we're kind of looking at this past and we're saying, what does it all mean? What is it all pointing toward? Where am I going? Why am I here? And who am I? Yeah. And so I think that this period is coming to a close, this retrospective of your life. And now we're ready for this breakthrough. We're ready to get some answers here. And I think the answers are coming. Especially when we think of this sun card down here at the bottom. This is full realization. And this is, in some ways, it's understanding that every role we've ever played is one beam of light coming off of our essential soul, our self, our spirit, right, our divine light. Everything that we've ever done is just one beam of light that has radiated from us. We are not any one of those beams of light. We are the sun itself. Okay, so you're kind of seeing everything in this bigger picture. There's a lot of clarity here. And I think that this is this is something that you feel in your soul. It's kind of a dawning. It's kind of an awakening, right, of this realization. And I think you're seeing your life in terms of the bigger picture. I wouldn't be surprised if you've had some past life memories pop up recently. Because I feel like there is this really big spiritual breakthrough that's happening for you. And it is leading, of course, to you making different choices in your life going forward, right? And we've got to do something about all of this air energy over this overthinking and some of this self-doubt. So we're going to do a Language of Flowers oracle card. And we have the bluebell, gratitude. Be thankful for what is good now. So that's saying, let's get out of the past. We've done this retrospective. We've taken stock of our life. We've taken account of our history. Well, now let's appreciate what we have. Let's focus on those quality relationships. Let's kick all those toxic relationships out of there. Okay? And let's look at this as kind of a new beginning. Let's look at this as the rising sun. This is a new dawn for you. And I think that we're starting to realize that this wheel is going to keep turning. This is the wheel of fortune. This is the divine timing. This is a lot of prosperity in your future. Prosperity in terms of a return to this kind of divine realization, this gnosis, this self-knowledge, this experience of the divine energy. We think of Jupiter, we think of the Wheel of Fortune as bringing us a lot of money, riches, jewels, and all this stuff. And yeah, it can be that too. But really what it is things of value. We think of riches and money. Yeah, but it's a symbol. It's not, I don't think it's meant to be literal, though it could be. It's finding things of value. It's making sure that we are orienting ourselves toward things of value, toward choices that make sense to us, towards action and paths and interactions and entanglements, right, with life and with other people and with consciousness and with the universe that bring value and meaning to our life. So really, by eliminating the Seven of Cups and reorienting ourselves to a Two of Cups, thinking in each instant, me and you here in this room, is this a quality relationship? And how can I make this a quality relationship? How can I bring the divine energy into this interaction, this one-on-one? It's just me and you here, right? How can I bring value and meaning and purpose and intent and divine light into this interaction, right? So we're orienting ourselves toward the highest good that we can imagine, right? And this is bringing us an increase, right? Jupiter energy, expanding our sense of value, our wealth in life. This is bringing us riches, jewels, gold, money, but in a very spiritual way, but I think also in a very literal way. Because I think when you are focused on those things that add richness and value to your life in that spiritual sense, it also is kind of translating to the physical plane too. And you're making those decisions, you're making those choices that bring you into closer harmony with the world around you. And then it seems like things tend to work out better. And we get what we need, and we get the abundance, we get the blessings that we that we feel we deserve, and those things that add richness and value to our earthly lives, And so I think this is a really big deal for you. Moving over to the path of the serpent, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do, totally free. And leave some comments for me. I really do appreciate the comments. I read all of the comments. I know I'm not very good at replying to all of them, but I do read all of them, and I cherish them, and I appreciate them. You've got this water energy now in you. This is air and water. This is the Prince of Cups. This is someone who's striving to live authentically, striving for an honest expression of themselves. Yeah. So I feel that this is really, this is you trying to bring value and trying to find the highest good in every situation that you're in, right? And in some ways, it's we see a little bit of fire energy, but in some ways, this is kind of taking life on its own terms, taking situations as they arise in your life, and not saying, I wish it was different, how can I get out of this? But trying to say, how can I bring the most value to this? How can I get the most out of it? How can I really bring this divine energy in and make this a successful interaction on a one-by-one, case-by-case basis, right? So you're trying to live authentically in every moment, in every interaction, right here, me and you, right? And then whatever you go and do after you watch this, maybe the next video that you watch, or you interact with someone, or you're going to work, or you're with your family, or whatever it is. In those situations, this is really about being authentic and being present in those moments, and trying to allow our expression to match what we feel inside, right? This is someone that really wants to live their truth, wants to express their truth. Yeah. And we've got to get out of that 7. This, of course, I think the Sun card here is illuminating the 7 of Cups in the environment for you. And this is all those things that really, that don't add value and benefit to our life. And this is really a good card, and I think it's that inner illumination that's helping you to see what this is. I think without the Sun, right, without that clarity, without that spiritual insight, I feel like the 7 of Cups would look a lot different. It would look maybe like a 6 of Cups, right, or an 8 of Cups. It would look a lot better, right? But the Sun card adds a light of gnosis onto this, and a light of this spiritual insight. Allows us to see what things really are, allows us to see what things are of value to us and which things are not. Okay? And of course, the 3 of Wands here is this sense of identity. Well, it's in the difficult position in the spread, because we almost feel like if I'm not identified with any of these particular roles that I've been playing in life through this retrospection that we've been doing, then who am I, right? This is back to that question. Who am I? If I'm not any one of these particular paths or roles or masks or whatever that I've been involved with, then who am I? So it's difficult to come to that realization that we are the source, or we are the sun. We are not the rays of light that extend out, but we're the sun itself. That's a difficult realization to come to. That's part of this breakthrough. That's part of this tower energy that we see at the very end. This is a big breakthrough for you. This is, I think, a lot of disruption. This is an awakening, a spiritual awakening for you, but it could really disrupt our lives, right? Because we see now that we're reorienting those things that we devote our energy to. Right? We're reassessing what things we find to be of value and how we can increase the value and the richness of life, right? And so there's a lot of changes that are taking place for you. But I think it's a breakthrough, and it's a lot of disruption, a lot of changes that are going to make you very, very happy, right? They're going to add richness and love and light and divine energy into your life by kind of by shifting the perspective a little bit, and by reorienting ourselves toward what really has that kind of meaning for you. Now, I think for some of you, this 2 of Cups really is that one-on-one connection in a romantic way. Okay, I kind of feel like the 7 of Cups is kind of realizing where all of our past relationships have gone wrong. Okay, and that Queen of Pentacles that's back here, yeah, this is the card that's thinking about every relationship I've ever had. And we're coming to this realization, this aha, this eureka moment. I know why every past relation, there's a reason why you're not with any of those people anymore, right? And so now I think we're having this realization of what kind of relationship we want and how we can make room for that kind of quality relationship that has value, right? So we're kind of we're looking at the Seven of Cups and we're seeing it for what it is. This is why every other relationship didn't work out. So there's a lot of benefit to this Tower energy, but I think it's really causing changes in a lot of areas of your life. Your love life is a part of that, right? And even if you're in a relationship, maybe you're not looking for a relationship or whatever, it's still that kind of breakthrough to realize as part of this larger process, how you can make room for more love in your life. Right? This is good. This is good energy. Let's look at this mystery card over here. I mean, it might be more water energy, yeah. I kind of want to see some earth energy, though. I wouldn't mind seeing the Emperor, but, and the Emperor is it's your power card, right? It's the card that rules the sign of Aries. It's very directed, very focused, right? Very disciplined. Maybe not the energy we really need at the moment, but it's either going to be the Emperor or it's going to be some earth energy. Oh, it's an Ace of Cups. Well, yeah, of course. We're getting back to that source, right? This is kind of like the idea that we are not any of these seven cups. We're not any of the manifestations of the love energy. We are the love itself, right? Just as we are not any of the rays of light coming off the sun, we are the sun itself. We're not any of the water that's flowing out from this cup that's manifesting over there, back there, or in the future, or whatever. We are right here, right now. We are the source of that, right? So this is a real breakthrough in this love energy, yeah. And it's not just romantic love. There are many forms of love, right? I think this is the perfect confirmation for you. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there is a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Aries every Monday and Friday. All right, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.